themselves. Today on the program, a promise of a more inclusive ASEAN.
We noted the importance of staying in the course of economic integration, both at the level of ASEAN economic community and integration with our external economic partners.
Opening trading opportunities for Filipino entrepreneurs.
That's an attractive market for ASEAN as a whole, and again, we're part of ASEAN, we can enjoy that.
And as the government vows faster and better internet connectivity, is the country finally ready for a new telco player? Trade Secretary Ramon Lopez joins us live. This is not a music video awards battle, but UP students getting creative to be part of an organization. That's for today's In Focus. Thank you for joining us. I'm Pinky Webb. The country's Trade Department describes the country's hosting of the 31st Association of Southeast Asian Nations Summit last week a tremendous success. The department adds that many economic priorities set by the Philippines as chair of the ASEAN Summit were met. Now that the country has made billions worth of investments and agreements, how can small and micro entrepreneurs benefit from all of these? A sector President Rodrigo Duterte promises to support. And also, better internet connection soon. How big is the possibility of a new telco player? Let's go straight to the source of the story. Trade Secretary Ramon Lopez. Secretary, good to see you again. It's
Hello.
been like a year.
Oh, thanks, Pinky. Good morning.
Were you happy? Sabi mo nga, tremendous success, the 31st ASEAN Summit.
Oh, yes, tremendous success. With all the leaders there, imagine the 10 countries plus the 6 partners in RCEP and the other, what we call East Asia Summit, so the 10 plus the 6 plus the 2 others, US and Russia joining us. Canada is a guest. EU was there, and also the United Nations.
UN, yeah.
So the 10 countries and the 6 countries I'm referring to, this is the part of the RCEP, Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership. So they are the Japan, China, Korea, the Australia, New Zealand, and India. So 6 yon, plus the 10 ASEAN.
You know, sir, it's good you're saying that because some people are getting confused. ASEAN, so there's 10. Baka nandiyan ang India, nandiyan ang New Zealand, Australia, so there's that 6. After that 6, meron pang dalawa.
We call them dialogue partners.
Right.
Kasi ASEAN talks to, kaya yun yung ASEAN and related summit. Kasi ASEAN does a summit with ASEAN Canada, ASEAN US, ASEAN EU. So many summits wherein, ibig sabihin lang ng summit, the leaders are the ones meeting themselves, so among themselves.
Right.
And so many topics are discussed, not only economic, but really, as you
security.
heard, the security cooperation,
Right.
anti-terrorism, migration, etc. All other topics.
Yeah, it was all-encompassing. So we're here to talk about, I want to really, sir, because we've heard general terms. You already said that, was it 10 out of 11 deliverables were fulfilled during the ASEAN Summit. But if I were to ask you, sir, in specifics, what can we expect dito sa 10 out of 11 deliverables?
Okay, so the 10 out of the 11 deliverables, you're talking of like easing trade facilitation, ibig sabihin mga customs procedures, self-certification, ibig sabihin an MSME or any exporter to ASEAN can certify himself as achieving certain rules of origin. May mga ganun na technical terms wherein that is just to prove that the source of the product is coming from an ASEAN country or the country itself. In other words, hindi siya in-import tapos in-export.
Yeah, galing sa kanya mismo, galing sa ASEAN country.
Kasi the benefit should be down to the one that's really exporting it, coming from ASEAN. That's the essence of that trade agreement. There are discussions on e-commerce and MSME cooperation. So many economic deliverables that we were able to fulfill. Even the services, trade in services.
Right.
May mga agreements na like which sector. Ito very specific.
Okay.
Kunwari, the engineers, the architect, the nurse, the dentistry, and all that can practice in other ASEAN countries. Of course, they have to follow the standards, yung qualification din nila, just like the test that must be passed by the locals in those countries.
Right.
But at least there's free movement, freer movement.
So that's interesting, Secretary. So if they are allowed to practice in another country, but they have to pass the test locally in that particular
Yes.
country. Was that not allowed before, sir? Is that something new
yes,
now?
so limited syempre dati yan. So until they really open it up also to accept other professionals in the field as necessary. So,
Okay.
So yun yung mga agreements. So after the 11, isa na lang yung pending.
What
which
is the pending one?
Mega trade deal na ito, yung RCEP, yung Regional Comprehensive. Kasi it's really complex in the sense that, imagine, aside from the 10 countries, ASEAN, we have already an FTA. Yun yung
We have an
ASEAN
FTA amongst ourselves.
Amongst ourselves, like last December 2015, kaya tinatawag na ASEAN Economic Community. So ongoing na yan. Now, these 10 ASEAN countries are talking to the FTA countries, itong 6 other countries I mentioned. So tayo, may FTA then with each of the countries. Ang walang FTA, yung among those 6 countries.
Yeah.
So doon nagtatagal yung sila-sila na negotiating among themselves. So how much of our products will be included in this FTA? Yung iba are more liberal, like 98%. Yung iba naman sabi, no, 80% lang kaya namin. So talagang ang tagal. Kahit namin ipilit itong chairmanship natin, in fact, for the first time, there's this country that was finally, she gave a number. Prior to our chairmanship, hindi nagbibigay ng numero yon. I won't name the country, but for example, that country, zero.
So one of the 6.
One of the 6.
Obviously,
one of the 6. So, ayaw magbigay ng number. Until nung nag-chairmanship tayo, nagbigay na siya ng 80. Ang target is 92 na balance. All 6 countries should at least have 92. So doon nagkakaroon ng delay among the other participating countries. So the mandate...
So ganito, Secretary. So we have RCEP. We understand we have RCEP. What we're pushing for now is FTA because we have RCEP among the ASEAN countries already.
Correct.
Okay, ano na yan? Buo na yan. Now, FTA among the 6, which you mentioned.
Yes.
Again, let's mention them. Japan, Korea,
China, so and then Australia, New Zealand, India. So if you look into China and India, 2 big countries, over 1 billion population. Kaya if you look at ASEAN, 630 million population. You add these 6 big countries, especially China, India, 3.2 billion na yung population. Ganun kalaki yung market that we will all enjoy. And they account for 1/2 na of the world's population and 1/3 of the world's economy. So it's that big. That's why it's called mega trade deal. Now, unfortunately, we are all in different levels of development. So some have higher goals, higher liberalization objective. The others are medyo conservative. So yun yung issue among themselves. So for example, if China talks to India.
So what kind of deals do we have with them? The Philippines, what kind of deal do we have with them now after the ASEAN?
So right now we have our...
siguro isa-isahin natin so it's not confusing. Let's start with China. What do we have with China? What were the deals signed with China?
Okay, so with China, we have already an ASEAN-China FTA. But during the bilaterals, this is where I must mention, in between this multilateral, the ASEAN-wide meeting, may mga in-between bilaterals, meaning one-on-one yung country. So Philippines met individually with US, with China, and etc. No? So like with China, you've heard already, you've read in the papers, we signed I think 14 other cooperation documents. With the DTI, I remember we have that industrial park cooperation. They are identifying about 9 over 5, no? Around 9 areas already in Luzon, in Mindanao, karamihan in the Davao Oriental, Davao Occidental.
For what, sir?
Area for industrial park
parks.
development.
Okay. So 9 yan?
Oo, 9 tentative, tentative yun. It can still grow. Oo, and it's not limited to Chinese locators. Basta they will develop the industrial park. So that of course will lead to greater investment kasi you're developing a place where companies can locate.
Right.
And
which companies do you think they're eyeing, sir? Do you know?
Yeah, not a specific company but the profile. So it's basically mga light industries ito. In other words, it's not the heavy iron and steel, but like an exporter, garment exporter, manufacturer of mga wood products, furnitures, things like those.
So that's China.
China. So we also have something on IPO, mga cooperation, intellectual property, office. And also on infrastructure, you know naman their participation in the infrastructure. So yun. And with the U.S., the nice thing with the U.S., it was a good meeting in the sense that after they discussed cooperation on anti-terrorism, etc., we also were able to, of course, thank the U.S. that they're giving us kasi right now the GSP, trade preference, wherein I think over 3,500 products from Philippines can enter the U.S. at zero duty. And just last year, about July, August last year, they added another sector, travel goods. That's about 24 product lines, tariff lines. And that means more product can enter zero duty. What does it mean? Ibig sabihin nun, locators, manufacturers will tend to locate now in the Philippines. That's why we expect already an influx of investor setting up manufacturing plant, hiring more labor, more jobs for our kababayan, kasi they know if they manufacture here, they can export zero duty.
When they export it,
so marinig lang, walang duty. No? So marinig lang na merong duty-free entry to U.S.
Right.
Manufacturers do settle.
So here's a question. Do you have companies right now that are going to relocate here in the Philippines
Some are
already?
even, yes, correct.
Like who, sir?
Okay, I will tell
Give
you
us
now one
something.
na lang. Luwenthai, for example, has been here, but Luwenthai is a manufacturer of mga bags. You know, yung branded bags nyo are sometimes done here, manufactured here.
Who is this, sir?
Luwenthai is a Hong Kong company.
I see.
But they're big in manufacturing many
Branded
wearables, bags.
But they're here already.
They're already here. They're employing like over 20,000. Each company would normally have 15 to 20,000 workers. At ang maganda dito,
Ito na lang, sir, coming. Who else is coming?
We're courting companies pa.
Okay.
But the good thing is, immediately after we got that travel goods, this Confederation of Wearables Exporters met with us already when we went to New York, when we had a meeting in Hong Kong. They all met us because they know, it's a better environment.
Yeah.
So they are now planning their location. No? So many brands that you'll be amazed they're done here. They're manufactured here. I mean, big brands. Brands that you pay for $1 million for a bag or 500,000 for a bag. I don't know those brands. You might know them.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir, but we'll be taking a short break. This is the source on CNN Philippines. Still ahead, better and faster internet connectivity. Trade Secretary Mon Lopez will tell us how will that happen very soon after the break. And later, UP students get creative to pass an organization's application process. Are they in or out? That's for today's In Focus.
LV, Hermes.
They will manufacture it
Clark,
here.
in Subic.
No, that's what I wanted to ask you. Are they in Clark? Because I was just there last week. Wala naman dun ah. Parang 5 pa lang yung...
Makikita yun.
Why? If they're that big?
Yeah, they're big. They're big.
Sir, we're
They're
live on
manufactured-
Facebook pala.
They're
We're live on Facebook. What you say will be taken against you.
Yeah, they're manufacturers already. They're over. Right now, we have about. Yeah, I forgot to mention. We have about close to 300,000 in that sector alone. So it seems Vietnam is about 15 times larger than us. And
Really?
because of this move, and especially if we talk of FTA, the mere talk of FTA will already attract investors
Yun na nga
here. So if we're able to multiply by 15 the 300,000 laborers that we have here,
Yeah, imagine that.
4.5 million
No, but
extra jobs.
But what I don't understand, sir, you mentioned there's 3,500 products already that have zero duties. Is
Yes.
that total to export to the United
That's
States?
only 30 to 40% of all the product lines in the U.S. So if we talk of FTA, that should be...
Are you expecting kung FTA, sir, 100 ba yan? O still on the 80 to
Meron
90?
sensitive list din yan.
Got
So
it.
mga 80 to 90.
So like that
Correct.
country you were
Correct.
referring to a while ago.
Oo.
I see.
Oo.
So,
Kaya kunwari, tayo hindi pa rin natin i-open up yung rice, corn, yung mga sensitive sa farmers. Pero and they have sensitive products as well. So may mga ganon.
yeah,
But
to protect their local industry.
may local talaga sila na sensitive. But the other products will be included na. Maybe our garments alone. Pag yan in-open up, ang maganda sa labor na to, hindi ka kailangang masteral or PhD. The regular workers can be employed. That's a solution to poverty.
Yeah, employment.
Employment talaga. Trabaho, negosyo.
Pero, Mr. Anong area tinitingnan nila to possibly relocate or locate here? Clark, Subic, ganun pa rin?
The area? No, can be open. They have Cebu also. They have Batangas. They have Cebu. So, siyempre, Mindanao is also being pushed for right now.
Because you were saying even the industrial parks.
They're mostly nga.
You're watching this Oras on CNN Philippines. Our guest today, Trade Secretary Roman Lopez. I wish we could share it with them, what we talked about during the break, but we're also live on Facebook. So just to put perspective, sir, when you said that in the U.S. there's about 3,500 products that have zero duty that we export, that comprises how many percentage of the market?
About 30 to 40% of all the products in the U.S. So there's still an upside. If we discuss FTA and mere talk of FTA, you know, our reasoning is quite simple. We mentioned to the President of the United States that they're talking to countries that are, siguro sabihin na natin, hindi nila partner or ally before in the previous wars. No, they have Japan, they're talking to Vietnam and Korea. Samantalang Philippines has been a partner, an ally. So dapat tayo may FTA discussion din. So it's good that the President welcomed it, President of the US, and of course President Duterte pushed for it. Kaya medyo maganda yung umpisa nung ano. And it's really starting...
And you really had to inject that, during the visit of President Trump.
Yes, yes, we have to. So that we can elevate na the awareness that there is a need for an FTA. Because the FTA will result in more investments coming to the Philippines, more jobs, and yung objective ni President Duterte, poverty alleviation, trabaho, negosyo ang kailangan. And you create more jobs, and imagine, this is the job na hindi mo kailangan ng masteral, hindi mo kailangan ng doctorate. But at least yung mga kababayan natin will find
They'll be employed, right?
Because that 300,000 that we have now in this particular industry we're talking about, itong mga exporters ng wearables, for example, wearables, garments, travel goods, etc., even footwear, ano na yan, Vietnam is 15 times ours. So imagine kung ma-discuss mo na yung FTA dyan, yung the kind of employment potential, we can create 4.5 million jobs that from 300,000. That's the potential.
Okay, Ambassador Sung Kim was here on the show last week, sir, and he did talk about trade relations with the United States, in fact, to complement exactly what you said. I just want to go back to that particular statement made by Ambassador Sung Kim.
Economic partnership between our two countries is actually a fairly significant aspect of the relationship. It's been, again, a very mutually beneficial relationship. And I think both countries are interested in expanding the economic partnership. The Philippine side has indicated their interest in doing a free trade agreement with us, and we're willing to consider that possibility. But we already have an existing trade framework that allows us to discuss economic, trade, investment-related issues. And I think that process will continue, but we will explore the possibility of a free trade agreement.
You know, hearing the ambassador and hearing Secretary Mon Lopez say that's such good news, sir. Because parehong yung sinabi ng dalawa.
Because that's what happened.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, over and above that, sir, of course, was the kind of help, for example, the U.S., $14 million for Marawi, $2 million for drug reduction, sir. So that's the United States. I'm sure there were more. And then we talked about China. There's one thing I wanted to ask you, sir, before we go on with the other countries, because in China, the president recently said that he's actually offered China a market for the telco industry because of the duopoly that we are seeing right now. Secretary Harry Roque made mention of this again yesterday during his press briefing, and I wanna bring back exactly what Secretary Harry Roque said about this, because, sir, you will explain to us, meron na tayong parang Facebook subsidiary, una na yan, and then possibly this telco industry. Let's listen to Secretary Roque.
I repeat, the announcement is that duopoly, the telecoms duopoly, is about to end with the entry of the Facebook subsidiary, as well as the offer by the President to the People's Republic of China to operate the third telecoms carrier.
Sir, please give us more information on this.
So again, that happened in the bilaterals with China. So
With the Chinese premier?
The Chinese premier Li Keqiang, that the president offered the Chinese government to offer a third player in the telco, considering the need to really improve the speed and lower the cost of internet in the country. And sabi niya, he's very serious about it na sa office niya i-submit yung proposal.
Executive Secretary, right?
To the Executive Secretary. So definitely that's a welcome development. I'm sure China will siguro will take that opportunity and really make a proposal. So the dami ng companies nila, and they have huge players in this field. We need a third player to really improve competition and improve the services.
You think this will happen, Secretary? This Chinese telco possibly really coming in?
Positive, because they have many companies who would be eligible, who has the financial muscle. Kasi you need size here and economies of scale for you to fight it out with the two big companies already here. Normally, if you're a third player and two dominant players there, may tinatawag na loss leader. Medyo papalugi ka muna para makapenetrate ka.
Yeah.
In other words, lower price, faster, better service.
Just to be able to sell.
To be able to sell and grab market share.
But do you have any idea when this could possibly happen, sir?
Might take time, 6 months to 1 year, before companies do really come in and submit proposal, study the market, do the feasibility.
Also, let's talk about Japan very briefly, sir. Of course, we have all been talking about this subway that will also be infrastructure projects in Japan.
Their support to Marawi, and also like in Japan, in Australia. And Japan, Australia, and one more country, Korea. We were in the separate bilaterals. We were also able to push for the banana export.
Yes, I read about that.
That's a major sector that we want to help. We've been big supplier of bananas, for example, to Japan because of we have a free trade with Japan, a free trade arrangement. But our tariff rates are lower than their usual, what they call MFN, but it's still higher than what they give to other countries. So sabi namin, baba na natin, lower it na compared to other countries. So things like those, a bit of a high-level negotiation, leaders to leaders.
So if I were to ask you, sir, bakit ganon? Why does it seem that there were negotiations, obviously in the past, sir, that were implemented, that have been in place long ago? Bakit parang kapag may tariff na pinag-uusapan, palaging parang sir, mas mataas yung atin compared to the other countries?
Actually, mababa na yung sa atin compared to other countries, but we will discover eventually that they also give lower tariffs to other countries. So when we found that out, kaya we have this new request to them. It's a continuing negotiation, in other words.
But also very briefly, sir, India. Interesting, cheaper medicine, and probably having pharmaceutical companies come here, sir. Can we talk about that?
That's an invitation to them because India is known for, again, the cheaper medicine, the pharmaceutical industry. So we invited them to, set up their factories here. And help us with the provision of cheaper medicine, especially to our kababayans, and also health services, not only the medicine. So
very good talk, sir, especially with world leaders come together. But what can we expect in the next year, possibly, sir?
I think if leaders do discuss and establish rapport amongst each other, this will really lead to better negotiations, better discussions of even trade issues, all other aspects of cooperation down the line in their respective bureaucracy. So mas mabilis na yung discussion because the leaders do get along very well. Kagano kahit ano pwede pag-usapan.
Basta pag may magandang chemistry pa lang, maganda na yun, sir. Sir, before I forget, also Russia. Nuclear cooperation, can we talk about that also, sir?
The nuclear cooperation, I think it has something to do with helping us with the feasibility study of the nuclear, studying whether nuclear energy is still feasible for the Philippines. But beyond that, as you know, we're talking trade also with Russia because our trade has been underutilized. We are like exporting $40 to $50 million only worth of products.
So small, and what products would that be, majority of?
Mostly agriculture, food, and that's why in our talks with them, remember, we started to talk about Russia committing to buy about $2.5 billion. Maybe not over 1 year, but maybe 5 years. So with the DA now, they're talking the details on what products, when, and which companies will be involved. And when we were there are a lot of companies talking B2B, business to business, discussions of like the Russian-Philippine joint venture here in the Philippines for more investments in the Philippines.
On what?
Oh, many things. Infrastructure, iron and steel as well. Supply of billets.
It's really different, no, sir, once you really
here.
open the market to a country that you've had some sort of a passive relationship with in the past. All right, so exciting things, sir, to come. Congratulations on the mounting of a very successful,
Thank you.
I mean, to the government, the ASEAN Summit.
It's all for all the Filipinos ito.
Absolutely, sir. Secretary Mon Lopez, maraming salamat po sa inyo.
Thank you po.
Thank you. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Coming up, from Dua Lipa to F4 songs, UP students recreate music videos to meet an organization's requirement. That's for today's In Focus. Time now for today's In Focus here on The Source. How far will you go to be taken in by your dream organization? Well, the students we're about to show you went as far as recreating popular music videos. They are applicants to UP Gears and Pinions, an academic org under the Mechanical Engineering Department of UP Diliman. Though engaged mostly scholarly activities, this group is also known to be fun and quirky. So it's no surprise that applicants for this organization are required to recreate the music video of Dua Lipa's New Rules, and the students nailed their spoof. Another group of applicants was tasked to do the music video of former Taiwanese boy band F4. These students certainly deserve an A for effort. The application process for UP Gears and Pinions is still ongoing, so we still don't know if those students will be admitted to the org, but whatever the result is, they've already won the hearts of many netizens. Thank you for joining us here on
Magandang umaga, ako si Ruth Cabal. Hatid namin ang mga balitang mahalaga sa inyo. Bahagi kayo ng talakayan dito sa Newsroom ngayon. Transportation Department kakasuhan ng plunder ang ilang opisyal ng Administrasyong Aquino kaugnay sa umano'y mga anomalya sa kontrata ng MRT. Ikalawang araw ngayon ang mas striktong pagpapatupad ng Yellow Lane biyahe sa EDSA. Bumilis nga ba? At online voting para sa Miss Universe nag-umpisa na. Nakaboto ka na ba? Sasampahan ng kasong plunder o pandarambong ng Transportation Department ang ilang mga dating opisyal sa administrasyon ni dating Pangulong Noynoy Aquino. Ito ay dahil sa umano'y maanomalyang service contract sa pagmentena ng MRT. Kabilang sa mga nakatakdang kasuhan ng DOTR sina dating Transport Secretary June Abaya, dating DILG Secretary Mar Rojas, dating Budget Secretary Florencio Butch Abad, dating Energy Secretary Jericho Pitilla, dating Public Works Secretary Rogelio Singson, at dating MRT3 General Manager Ramon Buenafe. Nakatakdang sampahan ng reklamo ang mga opisyal ngayong umaga sa Office of the Ombudsman. Manatiling nakatutok dito sa CNN Philippines at ihahatid namin sa inyo ang updates tungkol dyan. Kahapon ay sinampahan din ng panibagong kaso si dating Transportation Secretary June Abaya at iba pang mga dating opisyal ng Transportation Department dahil sa umano'y maanomalyang kontrata sa MRT. Kahon-kahong ebidensya ang pinresinta ng militanteng grupong bayan sa Ombudsman. Ang mga ito anila ang magpapatunay na pinaboran ng dating pamunuan ang BURI o Busan Universal Rail Incorporated bilang maintenance provider ng MRT kahit pa wala namang sapat na kakayahan ng kumpanya. Ayon pa sa bayan, imbes na isang kontrata lang na nagkakahalaga ng 2.2 billion pesos, hinati pa sa maliliit na kontrata ang MRT deal at umabot ito sa 3.8 billion pesos. Kasama rin sa kinasuhan ng graph sa Ombudsman ang mga dating opisyal ng BURI.
Ito karagdagang mga ebidensya, karagdagang mga aligasyon na tingin namin dapat imbestigahan ng Ombudsman. Merong pinaburan, may kumita habang milyon ang nagdusa.
Handa naman daw si Abaya na harapin ang mga kaso oras na ipatawag siya ng Ombudsman. Maliban ang kasong inihain ng bayan, na haharap na din si Abaya sa kasong graft na sinampa naman ng Transportation Department. Samantala, tiwala pa rin daw si Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte kay Transportation Secretary Arthur Tugade. May ilang grupo at mga mambabatas kasing nananawagang mag-resign na si Tugade sa kabila ng kaliwat ka ng aberya sa MRT. Ayon kay Presidential Spokesman Harry Roque, kahit mismo ang Pangulo tanggap ang responsibilidad na dapat magkaroon ng malawakang reforma sa MRT. Bumilis daw ang biyahe sa EDSA sa unang araw ng mas striktong pagpapatupad ng Yellow Lane Policy. Ito yung lane kung saan mga pampublikong sasakyan lang ang pwedeng dumaan. Ayon sa MMDA, daan-daan ang mga pasaway na motorista na kanilang nahuli at desidido silang hindi ningas kugon o simula lang ang kanilang sipag. Nasa EDSA ang ating correspondent na si Rex Remitio. Rex, kamusta na ang sitwasyon dyan? Mahigpit pa rin ba yung pagpapatupad ng Yellow Lane?
Nagkalat pa rin yung mga traffic enforcers sa ilang parte ng EDSA dahil nga dito sa pinahigpit na pagpapatupad ng Yellow Lane Policy. Paalala lamang natin, mga pampublikong sasakyan gaya ng bus, UV Express at taxi lamang ang maaaring dumaan dito. Kung sila may lalagpas, magmumulta sila ng nasa 1,000 piso. Ang mga pribadong sasakyan naman ay sa private vehicles lamang maaaring dumaan. Kung sila may kakanan sa susunod na kalye, dito lamang sila maaaring lumipat sa Yellow Lane. Gayunpaman, kailangang nasa 100 metro ang layo nila sa kanto bago sila gumawi sa Yellow Lane. Aminado naman ng mga opisyal ng MMDA na hindi pa perpekto ang kanilang pulisiya at marami pang kailangang baguhin tulad ng pagbawas ng embudo o yung pag-build up ng trapiko sa tuwing yung mga enforcer nanguhuli ng mga lumalabag na motorista. At syempre, yung pagsisikip ng trapiko sa private vehicle lane kapalit noong maluwag na pagdaloy ng trapiko doon sa Yellow Lane. Ang layunin rin daw kasi nila mabawasan yung bilang ng aksidente buwan-buwan. Noong Oktubre kasi ay lagpas 800 yung naitalang aksidente sa EDSA pa lamang. At ang nais nila mabawasan ito ng kalahati. Ipinagmalaki rin ng MMDA na kalahati o kalahating oras ang nabawas doon sa travel time ng pagbiyahe. Kung ikay mula North Avenue sa Quezon City hanggang sa Ayala Avenue sa Makati. Bukas naman ay yung pagpapatupad rin ng motorcycle lane doon sa kahabaan ng EDSA. At ngayon yung huling araw ng dry run. Ruth.
Rex, linawin ko lang yung sinabi mo na nabawasan yung oras ng biyahe. Referring to the public vehicles or pati ba yung mga private? Kamusta yung assessment nila?
Ang paglilinaw ng MMDA ay ito lamang para doon sa mga bus doon sa yellow lane. So kung ikaw, halimbawa, sumasakay ka ng bus at ang biyahe mo ay mula North Avenue hanggang Ayala Avenue, kung dati raw yung normal, nung hindi pa pinahigpit itong yellow lane policy, 1 hour and 20 minutes yung biyahe mo, ngayon nasa 50 minutes na lang. So kalahating oras daw yung nabawas doon sa travel time mo dahil nga doon sa pinatupad nilang pagpapahigpit ng yellow lane policy. Ruth.
Rex Remitio, nag-uulat. Isiniwalat naman ng Malacanang ang ilan pang mga rason kung bakit pinatalsik sa pwesto si Dangerous Drugs Board Chief Dionisio Santiago. Ayon kay Presidential Spokesperson Harry Roque, nakatanggap si Pangulong Duterte ng impormasyon mula mismo sa mga empleyado ng naturang ahensya na nagsasagawa umano si Santiago ng maluhong bakasyon sa ibang bansa kasama ang pamilya, maging ang isa umano niyang kabit. Tumanggap din umano ang dating DDB chief ng bahay mula sa dating Ozamis City Mayor na si Rolando Parohinog. Matatandaang napatay sa isang drug operation ang pinaghihinalaang narco-politician na si Parohinog noong Hulyo. Ayon pa kay Roque, ang kaso ni Santiago ay isa umanong halimbawa na hindi pinahihintulutan ng Pangulo ang anumang uri ng korupsyon sa hanay ng gobyerno.
As far as he's concerned, you don't even have to be proven. If you're tainted in any way by corruption, he will not hesitate to fire individuals.
Sinisika pa rin po ng CNN Philippines na kunin ang panig ni Santiago tungkol sa issue. Posibleng may makatapat na ang dalawang internet provider sa bansa na magbibigay daan sa mas magandang serbisyo para sa publiko. Ayon kay Presidential Spokesman Harry Roque, inalok ni Pangulong Duterte ang China na magdala ng third player sa telecom industry sa Pilipinas. Kapag natuloy, makakakumpetensya nito ang Globe at Smart PLDT. Sabi ni Roque, asahan na ang mas mabilis na internet at mas magandang cellphone service. Mga balita sa labas ng bansa ay binalik ni US President Donald Trump ang North Korea sa listahan ng State Sponsors of Terrorism. Ito ang listahan ng US na tumutukoy sa mga bansang sumusuporta umano sa gawain ng terorismo sa iba't ibang bansa. Inanunsyo ni Trump ang desisyon sa isang public meeting kasama ang kanyang gabinete kahapon. Ibig sabihin nito, mas maraming sanctions ang maipapataw sa North Korea tulad na lamang ng paglilimita sa foreign assistance o tulong ng US sa naturang bansa. Inaasahang ibibigay ng kanilang Treasury Department ang mas detalyadong sanctions sa North Korea ngayong araw. At matapos ang 25 taon, tuluyan ng pinaguho ang makasaysayang Georgia Dome sa Atlanta sa Amerika nitong Lunes. Ito ang natatanging pasilidad sa mundo kung saan ginanap ang Olympics, Super Bowl at Final Four. Pinalitan na kasi ito ng katabi lamang ng Mercedes-Benz Stadium na nagkakahalaga ng bilyon-bilyong dolyar. Umabot lamang ng nasa 15 segundo ang pagsabog at tinatayang hanggang 3 buwan ang paglilinis sa naturang dome. Kayo ay nasa newsroom ngayon sa mga kababayan natin sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo. Mapapanood nyo rin kami sa cnnphilippines.com at sa aming Facebook page, CNN Philippines. Mga nanonood sa Facebook Live, si Jessie Francisco at si Sarah Docor watching from Singapore. Magandang balita po para sa mga motorista, may bawas singil sa presyo ng petrolyo ngayong araw. Bumaba ng 50 centavos ang presyo ng gasolina kada litro, 15 centavos naman ang bawas sa diesel. Umabot sa 35 centavos ang binaba sa presyo ng kerosene bawat litro. Ang bawas singil ay dahil sa paggalaw ng presyo sa pandaigdigang merkado. Babala naman po sa maagang magki-Christmas shopping, tingnan mabuti ang mga binibili niyong produkto. Nasabat ng Customs Bureau ang daan-daang kahon ng Peking beauty products, pabango at iba pang produkto sa isang warehouse sa Tondo sa Maynila. Gayang-gaya ng mga ito ang itsura ng mga totoong brand. Tinatayang nagkakahalaga ng 3 bilyong piso ang mga nasamsam na items. Ayon sa mga otoridad, galing sa China ang mga nakumpiskang produkto. Abiso naman sa publiko, huwag agad maniniwala sa mga umiikot na anunsyo tungkol sa suspensyon ng klase. Yan ay matapos kumalat sa social media ang isang post ng Facebook page na walang pasok advisory na suspendido raw ang klase sa November 23, 24 at 27. May kaparehong page na nagpost din na walang pasok sa November 28 at 29 naman na nilagyan pa ng logo ng isang news organization. Ayon sa Education Department, walang katotohanan ang mga anunsyong ito at wala silang kinalaman sa mga naturang Facebook page. Maglalabas lamang daw ang DepEd ng advisory sa kanilang official website at official social media accounts. Silipin natin ang lagay ng trapiko sa mga oras na ito. Ito ang EDSA Guadalupe. Ang lane sa kaliwa ay northbound. Kung kayo ay patungong Shaw Boulevard, asahan ng saglit na pagbagal ng trapiko patungong Shaw Boulevard. Gayon din sa kabilang lane, sumisikip na ang daloy ng trapiko papuntang Estrella at Ayala. Dumako naman tayo sa panulukal ng Taft Avenue at Quirino Avenue sa Maynila. Ang southbound lane ay nasa kanan. Asahan ang mabilis na biyahe dyan. Sa northbound lane naman sa kaliwa, asahan ang paninikip ng trapiko bago dumating sa intersection. Abangan! Pabor ba kayong taasan ng buwis sa sigarilyo? Mag-comment sa ating issue ngayon. At sa ating talakayan, alamin ang wastong pangangalaga sa ating mga tenga. Kayo ay nasa newsroom ngayon. Sineselebrate ano? Okay. Kakasabi ko lang. Ano ba? Kasi... Okay na. Te, parang sabog yung ano mo, kaya hindi kita maintindihan. Pag nilakasan ko naman, sobrang lakas. Hello po.
Hello.
Ayan, may dalang ano si ma'am, pang sample. Para mamaya i-zoom nyo yung pag nagde-demo si ma'am. Ang topic po natin ay tungkol sa kasi po last week, tama ba, ay Deaf Awareness Week. Tama po ba?
Well,
yeah.
disability, deafness.
Disability or Deafness Awareness Week. Kaya yan ang topic natin. Very interesting yan kasi ituturo din sa inyo, Doc, yung tamang pangangalaga sa ating mga tenga. At saka, syempre, mahalaga siya not just for hearing but also to keep yung equilibrium, di ba? Yung balance ng ating katawan. So, i-discuss namin yan. If you have questions, kung may mga konting nararamdaman kayo or kakaibang problema kayo sa inyong mga tenga, pwede nyong ilagay sa ating Facebook comments. Also, ang ating topic for our issue ay yung panukala para itaas yung buwis sa sigarilyo. Kasi ngayon po, 30 pesos per pack ang buwis. Pero hindi siya kasama doon sa sinusulong na tax reform package ng ating gobyerno. Pero gusto ng ilang grupo, ng mga health groups at maging ng ilang mambabatas, isama yan doon sa tax reform package. So itaas yan by 30 to 60 pesos. So gagawing 30 pesos to up to 90 pesos yung panukala nila na pagtaas sa tax ng mga sigarilyo. So pabor ba kayo dyan? So mag-comment kayo dito sa ating Facebook Live. Kayo ay nasa newsroom ngayon, tatalakayin natin ang mga napapanahong issue na mahalaga sa inyo. Sinusulong ng ilang grupo at mga mambabatas ang pagtataas ng buwis sa mga sigarilyo. Sa ngayon kasi hindi yan bahagi ng tax reform package na planong ipatupad ng gobyerno. Mula 30 pesos na tax, ang panukala itaas ang tax kada pakete ng sigarilyo sa 30 hanggang 60 pesos pa. May mga panukala na ring inihain sina Senator Manny Pacquiao at JV Ejercito kaugnay nito. Sabi ng mga grupong Sin Tax Coalition at Youth for Sin Tax Movement, sa ngayon nasa 14.5 million ang smokers o mga naninigarilyo sa bansa. At sa pagbabaraw ng buwis, posibleng mabawasan niya ng halos 1 milyong smokers. Babala rin nila 45 klase ng sakit ang iniuugnay sa paninigarilyo tulad ng stroke, heart attack at lung cancer. Pero sabi naman ng ilan, kung itataas raw kasi ngayon ng sin taxes o buwis sa sigarilyo at pati na sa alak, sasabay ito sa papasanin pang pagtaas sa buwis sa sugary drinks pati na sa mga produktong petrolyo. Ano pong masasabi niyo sa panukalang itaas ang buwis sa sigarilyo mula 30 pesos kada pakete, posible hanggang 90 pesos? Mag-comment sa ating Facebook Live at babasahin namin yan bago matapos ang programa. Ang ating mga tenga ay hindi lang ginagamit sa pakikinig, mahalaga rin ito sa pagbibigay ng balanse sa katawan o ang tinatawag na equilibrium. Maliban sa external ear o pilas ng laman na ating nakikita, ang tenga ay binubuo pa ng middle at inner ear. Ito ay sensitibo at dahil sa mahalagang gampanin nito sa ating katawan, importante na ito'y napapangalagaan ng wasto dahil ang mga maling gawi maaaring maging sanhi ng iba't ibang kondisyon o karamdaman tulad na lamang ng pagkawala ng pandinig. Sa pag-aaral naman ng Johns Hopkins medicine, isa sa bawat 3 tao ay nagkakaroon ng problema sa pandinig pagtugtong ng edad na 65 anyos. Kasama po natin ngayon si Dr. Charlotte Chong, Director ng Philippine National Ear Institute. Magandang umaga po, Doc.
Magandang umaga, Ruth.
Doc, Deafness Awareness Week last week. Ano po ba ang kahalagahan nito at anong kahalagahan ng ating mga tenga?
Ang tenga natin ay isang napaka-importanting bahagi ng ating katawan. Importante ito para tayo ay makapag-komunika sa bawat isa. At sa mga bata naman ay importante nakakarinig sila upang sila ay matutong magsalita. Kapag naman tayo ay tumatanda, napag-alaman na kapag ikaw ay nabingi at hindi mo ginawan ito ng paraan, maaari magkaroon ka ng mas maagang demensya or Alzheimer's disease. Kaya binibigyan tuon ngayon ng pansin ang pagkabingi sa bawat edad ng tao, mula bata sa pagkapanganak hanggang sa ikaw ay tumanda na.
Doc, yung binanggit ko kanina, 'di ba, yung purpose kasi ng ng hearing natin hindi lang ng ears natin hindi lang for hearing. Paki-explain nga po yung equilibrium.
Well, kung nakikita niyo itong modelong to, ito ang inner ear. Ang inner ear ay dalawa ang parte, isa ay sa pandinig or cochlea at yung pangalawa naman ay for balance, yung tinatawag na semicircular canals. Ang ugat dito ay isang ugat lamang, cranial nerve number 8. Kaya kapag may kapansanan ng cranial nerve number 8 mo, isisitong ugat na to na nasa likod, ay pwede maapektuhan both ang pandinig mo, yung the cochlea, at yung balanse mo sa semicircular canals. Bawat galaw ng tao, ang ulo, may tubig dito na gumagalaw. At bawat may sound na pumapasok naman sa loob ng tenga, ay gumagalaw din ang mga hair cells nandun sa loob ng inner ear. Kaya tayo nakakarinig ay dahil na-stimulate natin ang nerve na konektado sa ating brain.
Yung sinasabi mong equilibrium, talagang yung physical movement din talaga or balanse.
Bawat tao kahit na hindi ka gumagalaw ay mayroon kang balanse. Siyempre kahit ikaw ay tumayo lamang. Ngayon, ang puwersa sa kaliwa ay dapat pantay lamang. Kapag ang isang tainga mo ay mahina ang balance nerve, pwede kang mabuwal doon sa side na yon. So importante na laging balanse yung dalawang function ng dalawang cranial nerve number 8 mo para ang balanse mo ay tama.
So ano po ba yung mga common problems sa pandinig?
Napag-alaman namin na 1.4 per 1,000 babies born in the Philippines have profound deafness. Pwede mo itong doblehin pag sinama mo dito yung mild or moderate or unilateral hearing loss. Ibig sabihin niya, sa bawat araw, may 8 batang pinapanganak na totally bingi dito sa Pilipinas o isang batang bingi ang pinapanganak every 3 hours. Ganon kalaki ang problema. Kaya nga nagkaroon ng panukala ang ating bayan noong 2009 na lahat ng batang pinapanganak sa Pilipinas ay dapat nag-undergo ng universal newborn hearing screening. Ito ay pinagtitibay namin kaya marami kami tinitrain all over the country para maisagawa ng tama itong newborn hearing screening. Nakita namin na 38% of them were deaf o nabingi dahil hindi nagpabakuna yung kanilang nanay nung sila ay nasa edad ng puberty o nasa high school. Meron tayong mga libreng bakuna pero hindi
bakuna
alam.
For what po?
For rubella.
Okay.
So hindi alam ng mga tao ito na kailangan yung mga batang babae, pagdating nila ng puberty, dapat ay meron silang booster vaccination of rubella. So pwede nilang hingin ito sa mga health center.
Yung mga nanay, eventually, na-discover na nung bata sila, nung teenage years sila, hindi sila nagpabakuna.
Hindi sila nagpabakuna. Kaya nung sila ay nagbuntis, sila ay prone to German measles.
Okay.
Nagkakaroon sila ng tigdas hangin. Ang naapektuhan ay yung pandinig ng bata. Kung minsan naapektuhan din ang puso, minsan naapektuhan din ang paningin.
Yung binanggit naman natin doon na bata po yan, sa mga matatanda naman daw po.
Sa matatanda, ang pinaka-common ay of course age-related hearing loss, o tinatawag natin presbycusis.
Okay.
Ngayon, may mga matatanda na napreserve nila yung kanilang pandinig kahit na may edad na sila, pero ito yung maiingat. Tulad ng hindi ka dapat nagpapa-expose sa loud noise. Kapag ka may maingay, tatakpan mo ang tenga mo para hindi masyadong malakas. At ngayon naman sa mga kabataan, ang hilig nila sa mga personal music players,
yun nga po.
kuminsan, naka-earphone sila halos buong araw. Malalaman mo kung sobra yung volume nito. Pag kinausap mo yung bata na naka-earphone, dapat makakasagot pa rin siya na tinatawag mo siya. Kasi kung hindi ka naririnig, ibig sabihin sobrang lakas yung pakikinig nila at ito can be damaging to the inner ear.
Dapat po ba pag ganyan? Ako rin, yung pamangkin ko, ganyan, halos buong araw. Ilan ba lang dapat yung oras ng exposure na...
Well, sabi nila mga 30 minutes to 1 hour, tapos papapahingahin mo naman yung, ng konti rin yung mga hair cells sa tenga mo. At dapat yung volume mo ay laging hanggang kalahati lamang at hindi full volume.
Okay.
Ngayon, para iba kasing gadgets ay wala naman volume control, kaya ang rule of thumb na lang ay kapag sinuot mo yung earphone mo, kailangan pag may kumausap sa'yo, maririnig mo pa rin.
Okay. Isa pa po, paano nyo pa pangalagaan yung tenga? Kasi tama ba yung sabi, masama daw yung araw-araw, nagko-cotton buds? Ano po ba dapat? Oo.
Masama dahil alam nyo, ang trivia nga dyan ay pag naglagay ka ng isang India ink doon sa loob ng tenga, malapit sa eardrum, ito ay lalabas ng kusa. Kung paano ang paghaba ng kuko mo, ganun din ang rate ng paglabas ng pinakadumi na yon sa pinakaloob ng tenga. Kapag ikaw ay gumamit ng cotton buds, ang ginagawa mo ay tinutulak mo lang ito paloob, kaya naiipon yung tutuli hanggang sa ito ay maging parang halos bato na. At kaya maapekto na pandinig mo kapag yung buong ear canal mo ay punong-puno na ng tutuli. So, kailangan hindi ka nagpapasok ng kahit na ano na mas maliit kaysa sa iyong siko. Yun nga ang kasabihan. Ibig sabihin, wala ka dapat pinapasok sa loob ng tainga mo.
So, anong proper cleaning po dapat?
Pagkapaligo, yung basang tuwalya, ay pwede mong ipahid dito lamang sa labas. At yung mga dumi na yon ay lalabas na lang ng kusa.
So you wouldn't recommend talaga using cotton buds?
No cotton buds.
Okay.
Yes.
Tapos yung mga pag nagsiswimming po, pag napasukan ng tubig, paano po ba yon?
Pag napasukan ng tubig, hayaan mo lang yon, hindi naman kailangan magtatalong ka. Kasi yun naman ay lalabas din. Ngayon, kaya nangyayari yun nga, ay dahil kung ikaw ay mahilig cotton buds, may tutulod sa loob, so ito ay nag-absorb ng tubig, kaya parang puno. Pero kung tubig lamang yun ay mawawala din, kahit wala kang gawin.
Yung common signs na lang na posibleng may problema ka sa tenga at dapat magpatingin ka na.
Pag may kumakausap sa'yo at lagi ka nagsasabing, ha? Pag pinauulit mo, ang ibig sabihin, baka nami-miss out mo yung mga consonants. Kasi yun ang unang nawawala, yung high frequency hearing loss na tinatawag. So, consonants nawawala, puro vowels na narinig mo, kaya hindi buo yung salita.
Senyales yun na may something wrong.
Senyales yun na kailangan mo na magpunta para masuri ang iyong pandinig.
Okay, Doc, pag kailangan ng more information, saan po kayo pwede makontak?
Well, ako po ay nasa UP Manila, Philippine National Ear Institute. Doon po ay may opisina ako, pwede po kayong pumunta doon. Meron ho akong clinic din ho sa PGH FMAB at saka sa Manila Doctors Hospital.
Okay, last na lang, sorry, may question kasi si Marilag Mateo, kapag nagka-vertigo po ba? Habang buhay po ba yon? May gamot po ba yon?
Hindi. Kung ang vertigo mo ay dahil sa tinatawag na Meniere's disease, ang natural history niyan, gagaling ka ng kusa sa loob ng 5 hanggang 10 taon.
So, hindi siya forever na
hindi
may vertigo?
Hindi naman forever ikaw na mahihilo. Mayroong burnout na sinasabi.
Tutuloy natin yung discussion natin sa ating Facebook Live. Maraming pong salamat kay Dr. Charlotte Chong, Director ng Philippine National Ear Institute. Abangan online voting para sa Miss Universe pageant. Simula na, alamin kung paano ka makakaboto. Manatiling nakatutok sa newsroom ngayon. So, Doc, yung sa vertigo, ano po yung gamot doon?
Well, maraming dapat bawal sa mga may vertigo. Bawal ang maalat, bawal ang puyat, bawal ang
i-avoid kahit yung mga basic, i-avoid muna.
Pagka nagkaroon ka ng vertigo, dapat alisin mo lahat. Lifestyle change.
Lifestyle, oo. Analyst Posadas, kung magagamot pa ba yung tenga kahit matagal nang hindi nakakarinig, 12 years old pa lang ako, ngayon 30 years old na ako?
Pwede pa rin. Kailangan lang masuri. Pwede either hearing aid, o kung talagang sobrang bingi na, meron na tayong cochlear implantation na parang bionic ear na ilalagay. And marami na akong nagawang ganyan, more than 250 cases na.
Talaga? Pero medyo pricey po yung ganun.
Well, tumutulong ang Department of Health, tumutulong ang PCSO at saka mga government hospitals.
Annalise, may pag-asa ka pang makarinig. Puntahan mo si Doc sa kanyang sa PGH. Pwede pa raw pala. Kasi, syempre, over the years, may mga bagong discoveries.
Ngayon nga, pati nga yung unilateral hearing loss, meron na rin mga solusyon para dyan, para pantay ang pandinig mo.
Alright, sige po. Thank you po, Doc. Dr. Charlotte Chong. So, puntahan nyo na lang si Doc sa PGH kung meron kayong ibang questions. Thank you po.
Thank you, Ruth.
Hello kay Susie Macredi, si Sarah Docor, tsaka si Makoy Kabusaw. Marami sa inyo nagko-comment dito tungkol doon sa paano kala na itaas yung taxa. Thank you, Doc.
Thank you.
Ngayon ay 30 pesos. So may ibang panukala na dagdagan niya ng 30. So magiging 60. Yung iba naman dagdagan pa ng 60. So up to 90 pesos. Tingin nyo tama ba yan? Tapos yung ibang groups kasi nabasa ko, kumbaga kung ikukumpara niya daw sa ibang bansa, dito daw sa atin, magkano na ba ang stick ng sigarilyo? Dito daw sa atin 5 pesos. kung i-compare nyo daw sa ibang bansa, 20 pesos daw yung halaga ng mga sigarilyo, ganun daw kataas yung taxes sa ibang bansa. So, pabor ba kayo na itaas yung ating sin tax? Ha? Sais na nga, o yun. So, kumbaga, parang halos triple ang presyo sa ibang bansa. So, ang sabi naman ng iba, kasi yung first tranche o yung unang bugso ng tax reform package, baka daw makasabay pa sa ibang buwis na itataas.
Last 15.
Kayo ay nasa newsroom ngayon dito sa CNN Philippines. Simula ngayong araw ang pagdinig ng Korte Suprema sa mga petisyon na kumukwestiyon sa gera kontra droga ng Administrasyong Duterte. Narito ang ulat ng ating correspondent na si Anjo Alimario sa kung ano ang inaasahang mangyayari mamaya.
Mamayang alas 2 ng hapon maghaharap dito sa Korte Suprema ang mga pabor at di pabor sa war on drugs ng Duterte administration. Unang sasalang itong mga petitioner kung saan mayroon silang 20 minuto upang magbigay ng kanilang opening statement. Agad na masusunod dito itong interpellation o pagtatanong ng mga mahistrado. Ang pangunahing issue dito ay constitutional ba itong PNP Command Memorandum Circular 16-2016 at itong DILG Memorandum Circular 2017-112. No, para sa mga petitioner ay pinapahintulutan daw nito ang mga pulis na pumatay ng mga drug suspects, bagay naman na pinabulaanan ng Office of the Solicitor General dahil para sa kanila wala naman daw utos para pumatay, kundi para lamang magsampa ng kaso laban dito sa mga drug suspects. Kinu-question din itong mga petitioner itong house-to-house na pagbisita dahil para sa kanila ay imbes daw na pasukuin itong mga drug offender ay ginagamit ito para pumatay. At kinu-question din ng mga petitioner itong mungkahi ng DILG na magkaroon ng drop box dahil maaari daw itong abusuhin dahil kahit sino na lamang daw ay maglagay ng pangalan maging nung kahit ng kanilang kaalitan. Bagay naman na pinapagtanggol ng OSG dahil para sa kanila ay mas marami daw mamamayan makikilahok dito sa kampanya ng pamahalaan na sugpuin ang iligal na droga. Sa ngayon, hindi pa natin masasabi kung matatapos na ba ngayong araw itong pagtatanong sa mga petitioner dahil pagkatapos nila ay agad sasalang itong si Solicitor General Jose Calida na kumakatawa naman sa PNP at DILG. Anjo Alimario, CNN Philippines.
Trending ngayon ang hashtag na Miss Universe sa Twitter Philippines. Nagtala na yan ng mahigit sa 2 milyong tweets worldwide dahil formal nang nag-umpisa ang online voting para sa pageant. Para bumoto, bisitahin lang ang website na vote.missuniverse.com o kaya naman ay mag-tweet gamit ang hashtag Miss Universe kasama ang hashtag ng bansang nais niyong suportahan. Ang mananalo sa online voting ay magkakaroon ng sure spot sa semifinals. Gaganapin ang Miss Universe Coronation Night sa November 26 sa Las Vegas. Pambato natin dyan na ang 26 anyos na modelo na si Rachel Peters. At kanina ay tinanong namin anong masasabi nyo sa panukalang itaas ang buwis sa sigarilyo mula 30 pesos kada pakete hanggang 90 pesos. Karamihan sa mga nagpadala ng komento, pabor sa pagtataas ng buwis sa sigarilyo. Sabi ni Jovi Tuyak, smoker siya pero ayos lang kahit itaas ng ilang % ang buwis. Comment ni Mila Rowe, dapat taasan para konti na lang ang manigarilyo. Pabor din si Arnel Campos, sabi niya tama lang ng taasan ng buwis para madagdagan ang budget ng gobyerno at para marami na rin ang tumigil sa paninigarilyo. Maraming pong salamat sa inyong mga komento at yan ang mga balita at isyong ating tinutukan na papanahon at mahalaga para sa inyo. Samahan niyo akong muli bukas. Ako si Ruth Cabal at ito ang Newsroom ngayon.